Tonight, new crowds of migrants desperately trying to enter the United States after the Texas National Guard and state troopers blocked a section of the border. Title 42, the Trump-era policy restricting access to many, was set to expire today, but it is still in place with a Supreme Court decision hanging in the balance. On Tuesday, Texas National Guard members stationed themselves on the banks of the Rio Grande and erected concertina wire barriers in an attempt to turn back migrants from the U.S.
Mi familia de verdad estaba muy ilusionada con que atravesáramos ese país y de verdad progresáramos, pero ya ve cómo es la vida.
But then a potential opening. Overnight, migrants were directed by the National Guard to travel less than a mile east to this point where Border Patrol agents, federal officers, are still allowing migrants to cross. Here in Ciudad Juarez, migrants continue to cross the river and arrive at the U.S.-Mexico border. Border Patrol taking them in small groups with the line only getting bigger, hundreds waiting for their opportunity to seek asylum in the United States.
Caminando.
Vanessa says she walked from Nicaragua with her brother and son and is hopeful.
Lo que les quiero dar. So she's going to tip one of these guys that will take her across like they're doing with a lot of people. Pase, aquí la dejamos.
Right across the border in El Paso, the community is navigating a humanitarian crisis. The city's mayor talking to MSNBC's Jose Diaz Vallard about why he declared a state of emergency.
Well, I think it was important to see that we didn't want people sleeping in the streets, and the temperature would drop in around 20 degrees.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott saying today the National Guard's presence at the border will be ongoing.
To make sure that the people who were crossing into El Paso should be blockaded.
We're here basically until the governor or our colonel say, okay, it's time, our time to assist is over.
Back in Mexico, the director of human rights in Juarez describes the difficulties of tracking the number of migrants.
Es complicado.
He says it's very complicated to know how the migrants arrive. They arrive by train, by bus, by airplane, private vehicle, so it's very complicated to really know where they're at and how many there is.
More than 600 miles away in Reynosa, Mexico, a similar story unfolding.
Tenemos mucho tiempo aquí y no podemos ir durmiendo aquí, los niños enfermos, todo. Aquí pasando mal momento.
Migrants setting up makeshift camps, bracing for the cold, and waiting for any news about their next steps in this long journey. And here in El Paso, migrants are still sleeping on the street, as you can see. You heard the mayor saying that the temperatures are expected to drop into the 20s. The National Weather Service says that might feel even colder because of the wind chill as this cold front comes in. Authorities here are scrambling to find shelter. They just opened a new space a block away. They have capacity for hundreds as they do what they can to make sure that everyone in El Paso has a place to sleep and stay away from the cold weather that's coming in. Back to you.
And whatsoever you shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you shall ask anything in my